Hello everyone. So this one is our third session. So in previous session we have learned about the use of microorganisms. So many uses we have learned, like the production of curd and bread, then the production of vinegar, wine and alcohol. Next, the production of medicines that are known as antibiotics, the production of vaccines, then increasing the soil fertility and cleaning the environment. So all these are the uses that we have learned in our previous session. Now in this session we are going to learn the harmful effect of microorganisms. So in previous session we have learned that if the microorganisms are causes diseases, so that microorganisms are known as pathogens. Yes, see, I have written here that some of microorganisms are harmful in many ways. Means some microorganisms are not good for us, are known as harmful microorganisms, and the disease causing microorganisms in plants, humans and animals are known as pathogens. Means these pathogens not causing diseases in human beings only, but the pathogens cause the diseases in plants also and animals also. So these pathogens, that is the disease causing microorganisms, they just spoil the food, clothes, leather. So all these are the harmful effects of these pathogens. So these pathogens are present everywhere and transferred to our body through air, water, food, contact and the mosquitoes. So these air, water, food, contact and mosquitoes are the medium of these microorganisms. So these are some, see, you can see this image, and from that image you can see that from the air, from the water, food, contact and mosquito, many diseases can caused by these pathogens. So through the air, tuberculosis, measles, chickenpox and polio diseases caused by the pathogen. Through the water, cholera, typhoid, polio and hepatitis A. Through the food, again cholera, contact, chickenpox and mosquito, malaria and dengue. So all these are the diseases caused by these pathogens. So diseases that are transferred from unhealthy and infected person to the healthy person are known as communicable diseases. Wait a minute. So first point, that is disease causing microorganism in humans. See, when one person is infected and that person is just keep contact with the healthy person, so that healthy person get diseases from that infected person. So when the disease transferred from unhealthy person to the healthy person, okay, through the air, water, food, okay, some mosquitoes, so that are known as infectious diseases. Okay, for example cholera, common cold, chickenpox, tuberculosis. So all these are the infectious diseases when the healthy person is in contact with the unhealthy person. So all you know that if you have a cough at your home, so after day by day your mother also having that cough, that cold. Means what? When you are sneezing, okay, and you are not covering your mouth with your hand, so the pathogens just coming out from your mouth and just spread in the air. Okay, when a person just suffering from the common cold, when that person sneezes, so very droplets of the moisture of the water which carrying the thousands of viruses that spread in the air, and that virus then entered in the body of healthy person while breathing, and that causes the infection. So this is about the communicable diseases, that disease from unhealthy person to healthy person. When the pathogens are there, they can enter in our body through the air that we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat. Okay, direct some pathogens are there, they just get transmitted by direct contact with an infected person. So that is about the disease causing microorganisms in human, the infectious diseases or the communicable diseases. So here also I have mentioned about the mosquito. Means there are some insects are there or there are some animals are there, they are actually the known as a carrier. Carrier means what? They are just transporting one thing from one end to another end. So some carriers are also there like this. See, first one is a female Anopheles mosquito is there, which is a carrier of malaria. This housefly means, for example, if we are taking the housefly, so housefly is one such a carrier that just transmit the disease from one to the another person. So when the houseflies are there, when they are sitting on the garbage or the animal waste is there, whatever the pathogens are there that present on the garbage or on the animal waste, they just stick to their bodies, to the bodies of carrier. And when the carrier just flies and when they sit on the uncovered food or in water, so they just transfer this pathogen from that garbage to that water or that food. So because of that carriers, our food may be contaminated. Contaminated may be, contamination means there are some pathogens are present there. So that's why in science one thing is there that always we just say that keep the food covered, okay, or don't eat the uncovered food, because maybe if the food is uncovered, maybe many pathogens are present there, and when we are eating that uncovered food, that contaminated food, actually we are taking the pathogen inside our body. So that's why I am requesting that if you are eating the outside food which is uncovered, so don't eat that, because many pathogens can present there. So these two are the examples, like a housefly, that is a malaria, and one is dengue. So malaria and dengue are the diseases which is caused by the carriers, and the carriers are mosquitoes. The female mosquitoes are there. So first is malaria, which is caused by the female Anopheles mosquito that act as a carrier of malaria. Means this Anopheles mosquito is carry the parasite of malaria, and just when that Anopheles mosquito in when seated, or just when that Anopheles mosquito just sucking our blood, okay, so that time the pathogens can enter in our body through the blood, so we can cause by these malaria diseases. One another carrier is there, that is female Aedes mosquito is there, which is a carrier of dengue virus. Okay, so all these mosquitoes are there, all these insects or all these small animals are there, we have to stop their growth, because all these mosquitoes are there, they are actually breeding in water, means they are living in water. If the pond is there, okay, that containing the dirty water, so these mosquitoes just present there, means they are living, they are just reproducing there. So we have to means we should not let water collect anywhere, means in coolers, tires or flower pot, means we have to keep our surrounding clean and dry, so we can prevent the mosquitoes from breeding, means they are just increasing in number. So that's why we have to keep our surrounding clean, because many carriers are present there, like Anopheles and Aedes mosquito, so which can cause diseases, and that diseases are known as communicable diseases. That, for example, chickenpox, common cold, cholera and tuberculosis. So that is all about the disease causing microorganism in humans. See, one table is there, so I have mentioned that diseases in first column. Next one, the causative microorganisms. Like I have told that in microorganism many groups are there. Okay, bacteria, fungi, algae, viruses, protozoa. So like that, which microorganism is caused and the mode of transmission means this, means through the air or water or food or contact or by mosquito. So that is the mode of transmission. Transmission means from one person to another person. And some preventive measures I have mentioned here. Preventive measures means what? If you don't want that diseases, which things you have to do, that I have mentioned here, like a preventive measures. The general measures are there. So first one is tuberculosis. So in the tuberculosis, the person having cough, high fever, and which is caused by a bacteria, and the mode of transmission is air, means through the air this bacteria enters in our body. So all these human diseases, that one first row is there, that tuberculosis, measles, chickenpox, polio, all these 4 diseases have common preventive measures. So first we will learn about these all, that is diseases, then pathogen and mode of transmission, and then together we will learn about the preventive measure. So measles is also one another human disease is there. So in the measles, the cough is there, our nose is just running, the running nose is there, our eyes is just inflamed, and these symptoms of the measles we can see after 10 to 12 days, because the pathogen is not a bacteria, not a fungi, the pathogen is virus, and virus is multiplying and showing the symptoms after 10 to 12 days. And the mode of transmission is air. The virus of the measles get entry in our body through the air. Next one is chickenpox, that actually happen in kids. That causative microorganism or the pathogen is virus, and the mode of transmission is air or contact, means through the contact or through the air that chickenpox caused us, that chickenpox caused by the virus. Next one is polio. Polio is also a human disease caused by a virus through the air and water. So all these human diseases we have learned. Now we will learn the preventive measure of these 4 diseases. That first is keep the patient in complete isolation, like the one word is there, that is quarantine word. So same here, when a person is having tuberculosis, that is a TB, measles, chickenpox and polio, we have to keep that patient in complete isolation. Means we have to keep the family members of that patient away from those of the others. Means we have to just break that contact with that patient, and the vaccination to be given at a suitable age. So some vaccinations are there, some vaccines are there, like a polio. So this is the general preventive measure of these diseases. Next 2 diseases are there, that is a cholera and typhoid. Both are caused by bacteria, means cholera and typhoid are the bacterial diseases which caused through the water or food. Means if the contaminated water is there, if contaminated food is there and we are drinking or eating that, so that bacteria just enters in our body and we just caused by this cholera and typhoid. So if we don't want that cholera and typhoid, another general preventive measure is there, that maintain a personal hygiene and good sanitary habits. Personal hygiene means what? We have to keep our body clean. Then we have to consume the properly cooked food and boiled drinking water. Now many students are there, they are just drinking the cold water, which is not healthy for our body. So we don't drink the boiled water, but at least drink the normal water. Don't drink the cold water. The cold water is not healthy for our body. We just think that when we feel very hot, by drinking the cold water we just feel relaxed, but that is not good. So please drink the normal water, and the best one is boiled water. So these are some preventive measures. Some vaccines are there for cholera and typhoid. Next one is hepatitis B is there, that is caused by virus, and the mode of transmission is water. So here also, if you want, means the general preventive measure is there, that drink the boiled water, and vaccination is there. So this is the general preventive measure of hepatitis B. In the hepatitis B, maybe the illness is there from mild to severe, means we just feel very weak. So for that we have to take some vaccines, and we have to drink the boiled water. Next one is malaria, that is caused by mosquito, that I have already explained, that the female Anopheles mosquito is there. So the causative microorganism is protozoa, means whatever the pathogens are there, they are actually a protozoa, and that protozoa stick to the legs or some means to the body of that mosquito, and then a mosquito just bite us, caused by the malaria, where is the high fever is there or illness is there. And if you don't want the malaria, or if you want to stop the mosquito, some another general preventive measures are there, that is you have to use the net or repellents. So repellents means some creams are there like a Odomos and all. So by applying that Odomos we can just prevent the mosquitoes. Next one, the spray insecticides is there, means we can control the breeding of mosquitoes by keep our surrounding clean. So these all are the preventive measures of the human diseases. Some positive microorganisms are there, so you have to learn this table. So in exam the question is there that you have to write the mode of transmission of particular disease or a positive microorganism of that particular disease. So for that you have to learn this table. So this is all about the human diseases caused by the microorganism. Now the next point is the disease caused by this microorganism in animals. So that microorganism not affect only in human body, but some animals are also there which are affected by this microorganisms. So some microorganisms images are there, means the diseases I have mentioned here. So first disease is known as anthrax. So anthrax is a most dangerous disease that is caused by the bacteria. See, the food and mouth, means from the mouth the blood is coming out from that cattle. See the foot, see the all images. The first one, that foot are caused by this bacteria. Next one, the mouth of the animal. See how the pathogens are growing. These are some images that showing these anthrax disease is there, not only caused to animals but human also. See the hand, the neck and the leg of the human. So microorganisms causing the diseases not only in human but in other animals also. Next one, the disease causing microorganism in plant. So same as animals and humans, the microorganism cause the diseases in plants also. I have mentioned one table is there, that plant diseases is there. See, first one is citrus canker, which is caused by the bacteria. Mode of transmission is air, means the pathogens are with the help of air just sitting on this plant and cause the disease. That disease is known as citrus canker. So if you see that this potato, that actually see the image of this potato, so this disease is known as citrus canker. This orange also, see the apple also, small spots are there that caused by the bacteria, and that disease is known as citrus canker. Next disease that caused by microorganism in plant, that is a rust of wheat, that actually caused by the fungi, and the mode of transmission is air, and the seeds. Seeds means if we are not taking the good quality seeds. I have mentioned in crop production that sowing of seed. So when we are started to sowing of seeds, we have to check the quality of seeds. If the quality of seed is not good, so the wheat and the plant, the rice, how the rust of wheat is there, means the rusting of the plant just started, corrosion started. Have you seen any metal when you are keeping outside, so that metal started rusting? Same happen with the plant. Next one is yellow vein mosaic of bhindi, that is caused by a virus, and mode of transmission is insect. So see this image, this is the leaf of bhindi, that is okra plant is there. So the veins are just looking in yellow color because the insects which carrying the pathogen just sitting on these plants, and they just cause that plant with that disease. So that disease is known as the yellow vein mosaic. So this is all about the disease causing organisms in humans, in animals, and in plants. So like that we are completed the first harmful effect of microorganism, that is disease causing microorganism. Next point is that is the food poisoning. Food poisoning is another effect, another harmful effect of microorganism is there. So in this food poisoning means what is actually it occurs due to the contaminated food product. Contaminated means what? Contamination means the infection, and contaminated means what? The infected food means there are many pathogens are present. So that's why always I am saying that don't eat the outside food or uncovered food. Maybe the pathogens are present there, and that pathogen sometimes just produces toxic material in the food. Toxic means the poisonous material is there. So when the microorganism that grows on food that produces toxic element, toxic material, or some poisonous substances are there, and when we are eating that food which containing the poisonous substance or the toxic substance, maybe we just go through the food poisoning, and the serious illness or even death may be caused due to food poisoning. Food poisoning is not an easy one. Maybe if the food poisoning is there, that person may be die. So that's why it is important that we have to preserve the food, okay, from being spoiled by the microorganisms. Understood about the food poisoning, when the microorganisms grow on the food and then just secreting the poisonous substances or toxic substances, and when we are eating that food, maybe we caused that food just caused the poisoning. Understood about the food poisoning. So here we have completed our session. So in this session we have completed the harmful effects of microorganisms, and the food poisoning is there. In the next session we have to we will learn if the food poisoning we have to stop. So which things or how we can preserve our food, that we will learn in our next session. So until you have to again write the short notes of the harmful effects, like we have written the useful effects or the uses of microorganisms, same you have to complete the harmful effects of microorganisms also. Okay, so take care. Thank you.